I get this question more than you think. I've saved aggressively. Listen, can I stop saving up for retirement at age 50? How would you answer that? How would you know what to look out for? I got that and more coming up. If you're in a high stress and high paying job, I'm seeing a trend. I'm seeing a trend where more and more people are saying, because of the stress, I would love to get to a point early where I could be done saving up for retirement. Not retire early, but be done with this stress and accept a lower paying job. Therefore, can I just hang on tight for this high paying but high stress job up until say age 50 and then shift to a lower stress, albeit lower paying job, but not save up for retirement? So this is a growing trend, seeing more and more people ask this question. Listen, can I be done saving up for retirement by age 50? I've sacrificed a lot. I'm saving a lot. Can I get to a point by age 50 where I can stop saving up for retirement? Not retire, continue working, right, until 60, 62, something like that, but shift from that high stress but high pay job into one that's maybe low stress and lower pay, and use the pay to meet the lifestyle, but not have to have the pressure of earning so much that I'm also saving up a lot for retirement. Have you ever thought that? Is that part of your goal? This maybe 2 stages to your career or a semi-retired stage. Is that your goal? What questions do you have? Leave those comments below. Love to help. And the answer is yes. Yes, you absolutely can. Now, it depends on your circumstances, depends on the 5 factors of your unique retirement goal and your unique retirement plan. But this goal is simply just adjusting those 5 factors. If you're not familiar with the 5 factors, these are the 5 interrelated variables or interrelated decisions that we all make in regards to achieving this big retirement goal. And many online financial calculators or many investment-only professionals that might start wanting to help you with retirement, they do not follow a 5-factor retirement plan. Therefore, they're glossing over some of the details, or they're just putting some boilerplate inputs in there, and it's not going to provide you with the clarity and confidence that you need. Those 5 factors are: what age do you want to retire? So when do you want to be done? Okay, and in this instance, it wouldn't be age 50, it would still be 62 or whatever, and then what's your life expectancy? So essentially, the first factor is how long is retirement expected to last? The second is your retirement spending. How much do you plan on spending in retirement? You can build that off of, well, how much are you spending today and so on, but then you're adding in healthcare, right? One of your biggest expenses in retirement. Things like taxes, things like one-time expenses, your base expenses, but with an inflation component. So retirement spending. Retirement income, what sources of income do you expect in retirement? How are you going to optimize Social Security, that sort of thing? How much do you have saved up for retirement? And that's the key. The other part of this 4th factor is how much will you be saving each year? Do you expect to save each year between now and when you retire? And then 5th is how much investment risk are you comfortable taking with those dollars? Therefore, risk and return have this connection. So how much investment risk are you comfortable taking? Those are the 5 factors. They're all interrelated. You make a decision in one, it's going to impact the others. Now let's go back to this question and break down these 5 factors to determine how you would figure this out. There's really 2 ways to plan for this and come up with this answer. And I'll give you the most common one, and that is retirement age is still going to be 62 or 63 or 65, whenever you plan to be done working. Retirement spending is going to be what it is. Retirement income is going to be what it is. But it's with that 4th factor, how much you have saved up for retirement. How much you already have saved is going to be built into your plan, but then you would just input in there, all right, I'm only going to save, 15% or whatever, however much you're saving right now for retirement, all the way up until age 50, and then it's going to stop. And you just build into the plan that, let's assume your savings stops at age 50. And then you simply see what the result is. You do this 5-factor retirement plan, should then do a stress test of those variables compared to a variety of different market experiences, really good performance, really bad performance, and a lot of them in between. It's a Monte Carlo analysis, statistical regression, that sort of thing. And yeah, hopefully updating and adjusting your 5 factors still shows that, no, that plan can work. You're looking for an 85% confidence rate or higher. Oftentimes, you might hear other professionals say 75% or 70%. Well, with the market, with the price to earnings ratio and the market having the performance that it has, I really feel more comfortable in the 85% range or so right now. possible that you're overconfident at that level, but that'd be the adjustment you make, and then check your confidence rate. A different way to approach it. Now, I wouldn't suggest this one, but another way to approach it is you could change that retirement age to age 50 and then add in your retirement income of what you expect to earn from age 50 until, you retire. So you could shift it and say, no, I'm actually going to retire at 50, but I'm going to have this other income. And then the plan will assume that your savings will stop. Either way, both of them will get you there. I think the first approach is going to give you a more accurate answer. So, if you are in a high stress, high paid job, or for other circumstances, maybe you received an inheritance, something like that, and you just say, I want to be able to save up for retirement until X date, until X age, but then keep working, but not have the pressure of saving up to retirement. Yes, you can build that out in your plan, and it's certainly possible. Work with your CFP on that. Finally, even if that is your goal, and you build out that 5-factor retirement plan unique for you, and your plan shows, yeah, you can do it. You can do it just fine, no stress, no worries. I'll give you 3 reasons why you'll probably still want to contribute a little bit to retirement. Now, it depends on the circumstances, but I've done this a lot with folks, and there's typically 3 reasons why they still contribute some. The first is to get a company match. If you are still working at age 50 or whatever the age is, and you say, well, I'm in a lower stress job and maybe I'm not working as much. Maybe I'm only working 3 days a week, something like that. And therefore, I don't need to save up for retirement. I've done the planning, but you still have the ability to save up in a 401k and get a company match. You're going to want to do that, right? That's hard-earned money. That's free dollars on the table that all you need to do is save your 3%, your 4%, your 5, 6, whatever the formula is, get the company match. So that's one reason why, and you might want to just bake that into your analysis that, okay, well, worst case scenario, does it work? But then, all right, I probably will save a little bit if I can get a company match. That's one. The second is obviously the tax savings. And I see oftentimes this is where you shift to part-time or your income goes down and all of a sudden you're in a lower tax bracket. And it's at that time that you say, oh my goodness, I'm in the 12% tax bracket. I've always been in the 24 or much higher. I need to be contributing to a Roth right now. And so contributing to a Roth or making some contributions to save you on taxes today, either today or out there in the future, like the Roth, that often is so appealing that it'd be great to continue to save even a little bit during this time. Plus, at age 50, that's when catch-up contributions start, and so you could save up even more. And the tax savings can be pretty enticing. The last time I did this with someone where they shifted their income and so on, they still ended up maxing out their retirement plan, and it all worked. They were living the life that they wanted, but they'd shifted to part-time, and they still wanted the tax savings, so they maxed out their 401k. And then the third reason why you might get to that point and say, well, I'm free. I don't need to save up for retirement, but you still might, and that is to avoid lifestyle creep. Not a creepy lifestyle. We're not talking about that, but lifestyle creep. And that is if your income goes down. So if you're in that high stress, but high paying job and you shift and you go part-time. And so it's still stressful, but it's only stressful 3 days a week or something like that. And you see a reduction in your income. If that level of income is still above what your lifestyle is, one of the dangerous things. I want you to live the lifestyle you're comfortable with, and I want you to have a lot of fun and a lot of experiences. But one of the risks is that you start spending more and enjoying more. And all of a sudden, if you're spending more than what you had planned on in your retirement plan, that second factor, retirement spending. Now, if you're spending more and you get used to spending more, now that could actually mean your retirement plan is off track because you've spent more than you expected. And now if you retire based on those old assumptions, you're going to have to adjust your lifestyle back down, which can be painful. And so be aware of that reason that if you're still earning more than what you really need to spend, you might still want to save that amount so you avoid the lifestyle creep. So can you save up very aggressively for retirement and stop short and stop saving up for retirement early? Yes, you can. Build that into your 5-factor retirement plan, working with your certified financial planner. Make sure you're looking at all 6 areas of your financial life so that you can see, well, what other trade-offs do you need to make? What other impact does that make on your financial plan? Work with your CFP on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.